What is up, YouTube? This is DEFCON 3 Security coming at you from somewhere here on Spaceship Earth. Hey man, I knew that last video titled Active Shooters would touch a few nerves. And I'm going to do another video just exclusively about that. I got some really good feedback from both sides. Some people think that you should go in there regardless and take matters into your own hands, and some folks say, hey man, security guards aren't trained enough to actually get in there and get the job done, so they should just sit on the sidelines until 911 comes back. We will hash it out. I'll do another video, a follow-up to that. But one of the biggest issues I think we can at least all agree on when it comes to active shooting is, let's say you did shoot somebody, right? And you did it because you were doing it in an act of self-defense. Well, it's going to be your word against their word. All of us watch the news, or at least hear about the news. There's quite a few big cases going on where an officer had to shoot somebody. Some of them seemed just. Some of them were absolutely unjust. But for the ones that were just, it seems unfair that the officer will be charged with, in some instances, murder, right? Or manslaughter, because they were protecting their own lives. Some of them, again, some of these cases are just ridiculous. You feel like the officer overreacted and he should get what's coming to him. The problem is, what's going to happen if you shoot somebody and you have no legal representation? Granted, your company might back you up and have some sort of legal representation, but if they don't, you are in trouble. Or let's just say, as a gun owner, you get out there and in an act of self-defense, somebody comes on your property, you shoot them, they're going to come to the house, they're going to start asking you questions. You're going to say, well, I want to talk to my lawyer, but really, who has a lawyer? I mean, I'm not in a position where I would have to go through the internet and try to find the cheapest guy to represent me. Either that, or I can get a public defender, right? So for that reason, I actually have insurance that will cover me if I ever use any type of weapon in an emergency. In this case, I use this company. It's called Uscca. I am a platinum member with this country. Basically, what they do is, I pay $27 a month for this membership. They have like a bronze. Let me see. I'm actually have a screen in front of me. I'm going to look at their packages. That was a major stutter too, wasn't it? They have gold, platinum, and elite membership. So what does this do for you? And I'm going to try my best to explain this, but I'm going to be off a little bit. I'm going to put an affiliates link in my description. You can click on it and you can read all the details for yourself. Now, I pay $27 a month because normally it's like $34, but they said, hey, if you are an emergency responder or in law enforcement, or they give you a few criteria, they'll give you a discount. So instead of paying $34, I'm paying $27 for a platinum membership. The gold membership is like $25 a month. Elite membership is like $40 a month. So just click on the website. You'll see what they are. So what's so cool about this membership? Well, here's the deal. If you get arrested, right, for firing your gun, or you have to stab somebody because they came up on you and they were beating you up and the only thing you had in your hand was your knife and you just jabbed them. Or you hit them with a frying pan because they came through your front door. You're like, dude, I have no weapons. This guy's 6'4". And he's trying to like pummel you. You grab a frying pan and you hit him. These guys will represent you. So for $27 a month, what do I get? Well, I get $2 million in legal representation. And I get to pick the lawyer. That's the cool part about it. It's not like they're lawyers and then they send some dude that has like no experience. I can pick any lawyer I want to represent me. Or you can use one of their lawyers. So now you've got a criminal justice lawyer on your side and not some public pretender granted to you by the state that's just trying to make a quick plea bargain and has like 40 other cases that he's dealing with. I mean, this is huge, man. If you use your firearm and this other person has a better lawyer, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. You could spend the rest of your life behind bars. Think about that. Somebody came into a store you're guarding and they pulled out something that looked like a gun, but it was plastic, and you fired, and you're like, oh crap, I just shot somebody. I thought they were pulling a gun on me, but it was plastic. You know, they're going to argue in court, well, that wasn't a real gun, or it was unloaded, or you name it. And you're like, I didn't intentionally kill him. The idiot pulled something out that looked like a gun. If you don't have a good lawyer, your case is not going to hold up. So I use these guys right here in case something ever happens, right? $2 million. You get legal representation. And guess what else they do? They will bail you out of jail while your case is running its course. For those of you who don't know how that works, if you don't have bail money, you basically sit in jail, guilty or not, until your case is over. That could take years. Think about it. You're not guilty. You're sitting in that jail cell. Your trial has to go through all the motions. Sure, you can get a speedy trial, but that still can take months. But you don't always want to have a speedy trial because you don't get to gather all the evidence, etc. But, you know, you're sitting in jail. I would rather fight this case outside of jail, so at least I can take proper showers, and when I show up to court, I can be dressed nice instead of wearing some prison garb, right? So that's how this works. They will pay for your bail. So you're gonna get arrested, right? They suggest that you say nothing to the officers. You know, officers, how they always read you your rights, and they say whatever you say can and will be held against you. Right? Don't talk to these guys. It even tells you on the back of this card what to do if you get arrested. So the first thing is you don't talk to them. The second thing you do is you call the number right here. And that's it. They will do everything for you. First thing is they're going to get you bailed out of jail. Then they're going to get a lawyer, or maybe a temporary lawyer until you hire your own. Or they'll say, hey, we have some good lawyers if you want to use some on our side. Right? Let me pull up some more notes here, see what else they offer. Oh man, they got all kind of things they offer. Okay, so anyways, guys, great insurance plan. It's $30 a month. You know, that's what, 5 cups of coffee if you go out and drink coffee. I was sort of hesitant to sign up for it, but ultimately I did. These guys have amazing reviews, so I was skeptical. I'm like, you know what, dude, I don't want to be paying $30 a month for however long, only to have them not represent me. If you go online and you type in USCCA, check out the reviews. They got 5-star reviews. Go on YouTube and type in their name and look at reviews. Everybody that has actually had to use them has great experiences. I've got one guy, oh man, he's going to hate me. I forgot his name. He's on my channel. He actually got into an incident a while back. I won't get too much into it, but basically, nobody was shot or anything. He just had a firearm, put it that way. Somebody came on the post. He had his firearm. They felt it was threatening. Dude, they arrested the guy. This person said, hey, I felt threatened by him. Cops came, arrested him. It was because of this insurance that he was able to get proper representation, get bailed out, and now he's fighting a case outside of jail until this thing resolves itself. You know what else they offer? They will compensate you $750 a day up to until you get everything resolved. So in the meantime, you're out of a job, right? You're a security guard or you name it. You can't go back to work because your boss says, hey man, we're going to have to take you off the shift until this gets resolved because, they took your firearm and they won't allow you to carry. So now you're out of a job and you're like, damn, dude, what do I do now? Well, these guys will pay up to $750 a day to pay the income that you're losing. So they probably look at some of your old pay stubs, get an average of what you were paid per day, and then they will compensate you. But imagine if you didn't have this. You would be in jail, you couldn't get bailed out, and you'd be losing income. This would destroy your life. Even if you're not guilty. Imagine that. You're in jail 2 years later, you get out, and they're like, not guilty. They give you a handshake. Sorry, man. We had to run you through the justice system. But 2 years have gone by with no income. Your house is gone. Your life's in ruins. Dude, $30 a month. and you can avoid all of that. You can have some proper representation. Well, what else do these guys offer? Well, you can add your spouse on here for an extra like $9 a month. You know, if somebody else in your house has a firearm or any kind of weapon, even their hands, they will represent you. I know the guy that came by and he tried to sell this idea to us when he was in a class. And this sounds really horrible, and I apologize for saying this. But what he said kind of rung with me like, wow, these guys really take care of everything for you. So he says to us, you know, we'll cover you if you hit somebody with a bat, a pipe, shoot them with a gun, stab them. And then he goes, even if you beat your own wife, we would cover you under this insurance and represent you. I mean, and I'm like, damn, dude, that sounds horrible. But it just goes to show they really are serious. They will cover you for everything. As long as there's like, you know, a physical altercation, they will cover you. Because sometimes it's not your fault, you know? Sometimes it is. And you want to get a break. You're like, dude, yes, I did something wrong. I didn't follow protocol correctly. But damn, dude, I just sorry I did, you know, these guys will at least help you get your sentence cut in half. So, again, guys, I would certainly consider it. I'm going to put the link in my description. They offer training. Sorry, I didn't even like research most of this. There's so much to research. I just want to put this video out. They offer training. They have different security expos. You can go on their website. Once you become a member, they'll start sending you these magazines every month. This one is called Concealed Carry, The Unfair Fight. They show stories of people that have actually had bad situations happen to them and how they didn't have legal representation and how it destroyed their lives. And there's other stories in here about people, and these are real life true people. You can go on Google, type in their names, and you'll find, yes, they did commit some sort of crime. It was on the internet, and these guys were, you know, represented them, and they were able to get a break or get the charges dismissed because there was not enough evidence, or they were just plain not guilty. So this book is awesome. It also tells you like different firearms out there, you know, that are really capable. So you get this cool magazine every month. You get links to training programs, right? So they have expos where it's free for you to go. You can do advanced training. They have shooting courses, you name it. All that comes with your membership. Most importantly, they update you on the laws in your area, right? So I live in California. I'll get these emails that say, hey, did you hear? And actually, this is one thing I found out from them last week. The law in California changed. You are now not subjected to buying minimum capacity magazines. You can actually buy high capacity magazines in California as of like a week ago. And I'm like, oh crap, I didn't know that. Does it mean we can carry high capacity magazines on the job site? I don't think so, actually. I'll have to look more into that, but I don't think we can carry it to our security site. But it does mean as personal gun owners, I can now go out and buy a 15-round mag instead of being stuck with my 10-round mags for home use. Again, this company will update you on all the laws that are pertinent to your area and other areas as well. They'll give you statistics that are out there. They'll give you stories of things locally that are happening around you. You know, they'll say, oh, there was a shooting in this area. There was a shooting in that area near you. And this was the outcome. This is how the guard, this is what happened. He had legal representation by us. And this is the results. Or he didn't have legal representation, and this is the results. So yeah, guys, give me 1 second. I'm just going to pull up their website really quick and see what else, if I missed anything. Here's another thing. It's just kind of a side thing. It's not really a big deal, but they usually give you something free when you sign up. In a case of me, and oh, I got two more things. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. They did give me a ammo box, and when I opened it, it had a really awesome knife in there. It had a USB jump drive that looked like a bullet, and you screw the top off, and it's a jump drive. I got a really cool hat that had a Velcro thing on it, a black hat, so you can put your own logo or whatever. It was a really nice hat. They gave me a couple magazines. I feel like I'm missing something. They gave me a bunch of stuff in this ammo box. And then here's the cool part. And again, if you go online, every week they have a new offer. And it's not like some little dinky keychain. It's always something really cool. But here's the cool part, man. After you get a membership with them, they will give you a 365-day money-back guarantee. So after 1 year of having the service, you're like, you know what? I'm not interested anymore. I've been spending $30 a month, and this is just not for me. Call them up. They will refund hundreds and hundreds of dollars of services that they rendered you over the year. No questions asked. So you're not even taking a chance. If you don't like this, a couple months from now, cancel it. Get your money back. I'm telling you guys, it's an awesome thing to have. I'm not trying to be a salesman by any means. I've had this for more than a year. If I was trying to be a salesman, I would have sold this to you 6 months ago. But when we were talking about these whole active shooter incidences, the thing that was just in the back of my head is like, one of the things we're failing to say in that argument is, well, what if you shot somebody and now, they argue, well, you're guilty for something. You were overzealous, or you know what I mean? It just, and you need to have some sort of legal representation. All right, give me one more second. Let's see if I missed anything else. $2 million limit, $750 a day, loss of earnings. They'll pay for your bail. They have spouse membership discount. You get a new membership kit within 48 hours. The moment you sign up, you instantly become insured right there on the spot. You get discounts, 30% discounts off of various websites that sell like gear for security or law enforcement. You can get discount on accessories for your firearms, 30%. I mean, I'm telling you guys, just give it a shot. This is the company right here. It's USCCA. I am a platinum member. I keep their phone number on my refrigerator because they gave us these little stickers. I told my wife, babe, if anything ever happens, dude, just on the refrigerator, that number, call them up, and then they'll take care of everything. So I've made clear quite a few times on the refrigerator, the number is there. Call them up, just in case I'm not able to call them up, because when you get arrested, they promise you a phone call, but what if I don't know this memory, this number by memory? I'm in a bad spot, so she would definitely have to call for me. But all right, guys, so there you go. It's just another piece of gear that a security guard should carry. $30 a month for the gold membership. They have a cheaper one. It's like probably $25 a month. That one covers you, just as well. But yeah, for less than $30, you can have that assurance that if something happens to you, you have that legal representation. And if you watch the news, man, you know that every single one of these incidences that has happened recently, these guys working for police departments, they have the best lawyers backing them up. Now, it doesn't mean what they did was justified. It just means they have that legal representation. Imagine if they didn't, right? Imagine if you didn't, most importantly. So anyways, hey, you know your value. You know your worth. Above all, be safe.